Good afternoon and welcome to live commentary of Tottenham Hotspur against Everton. Within this stream we will be showing you all of the other scores, including the title race between Liverpool and Manchester City, as well as the Arsenal game, just in case there is some dramatic turnaround in the top four race. But there will be live commentary of this game, Tottenham Hotspur against Everton. Kickoff will be very shortly as the teams are out of the tunnel. The lineups have been shown, and in fact I will read you through the lineups. For Tottenham Hotspur, in goal is number 1 Hugo Lloris. They look to be going with a back four of Ben Davies, Eric Dyer, Alderweireld and Kyle Walker-Peters. A midfield four of Sissoko, Dyer, Lamela and Ali, and up front Llorente and Lucas Moura. Well, we are ready to get underway at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The game has been kicked off live, and it's kicked off with Tottenham, and it's Alderweireld on the ball as they look to start slowly, keeping possession. It will be a difficult afternoon with a lack of options due to 2 red cards in their last game against Bournemouth, which will see Sonny suspended for the last day today, and of course for the first 2 games of next season. Make sure to subscribe if you do enjoy the live commentary, and leave a thumbs up. Unfortunately we aren't able to show you the game due to copyright, but this is what we will have to do commentary for you. As we approach the minute mark, Tottenham still keeping possession, although as they try to move it forward, Everton are able to clear it away, and it's Bernard down the left hand side for Everton. In their own half, he wins a throw. And I will be answering questions also on the live chat. This is the first stream of this channel, and it's something that we are looking to do next season as well. There are a number of commentators that will be doing them. I am, of course, one of them. As Everton are in possession here, moving back into their own half with Schneiderlin. Dele Alli putting the pressure on, he's won it back. Llorente, as he plays in Moura, who might be able to drive, and he's been brought down by Toussaint. And Spurs will get a free kick in the Everton half. How I'm watching this is it's an app that you can get on the App Store. It's called Watch Live Football, but I'm not actually sure. I think it might have been taken down in recent weeks from the App Store, which means you might not be able to download it, but you can have a look. There are a few apps that might allow you to watch the football yourself. Make sure to leave on the live chat who you think's going to win this game, and maybe who you think's going to win the title. Of course, that's the big statement of the afternoon. Spurs currently in possession with Lucas Moura as he's just moving it backwards. And just to let you know, if there are to be any problems with the stream today, we will have to switch commentary to either the Manchester City or Liverpool game, but hopefully that won't happen. Although here's a chance for Tottenham as the ball goes into Eric Dyer, and he gives Spurs the lead. It's Eric Dyer after just 4 minutes on the clock. Well, it's poor defending from Mina as he fails to head clear the corner which was given beforehand. The ball breaks loose for Eric Dyer off the back of Llorente, and from close range he crashes it home, and it's Spurs who take the lead earlier on here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. He just couldn't get his clearance right, Yuri Mina. As Pochettino, a usual celebration for him, just not really reacting to it, just staying calm. As the ball went in, Yuri Mina just couldn't clear it, and then It just fell kindly for Dye, who smashes it past Pickford into the back of the net. And it is the perfect start for the changed Tottenham 11 as they take the lead. As Everton look to come with a quick-fire response to move it forward, although it's Alderweireld who wins the ball back for Spurs as he plays it back to Lloris. Alderweireld to Christian Eriksen in the middle of the pitch. Down the left is Davies, although his pass is intercepted. Keane for Everton. Mina, of course, who might be at fault for that first goal for Spurs. Everton look to play a ball forward, although Alderweireld is there as he tucks it back to Lloris. Here's long ball forward looking for Davies, but it's taken by Zuma. Eriksen's there to win it back though for Tottenham. Now Sissoko. Here is Llorente as he finds Alderweireld. Spurs happy to keep the ball and make sure they hold this early 1-0 lead. Unfortunately, we won't be able to show the gameplay as it will be taken down for copyright if that is to be the case. So live commentary is what we're going to have to deal with. Very sorry about that. Spurs moving it forward though with Lucas Moura as he moves it into the Everton half. Dele Alli down the left, looking to cut back in on his right, slowing the move down. It's Eriksen. Down the right is Kyle Walker-Peters. A chance for him to cross it maybe. Came off Coleman and then Schneiding can pick up the pieces and Everton might break with Bernard. As he looks to move it forward, still in the Everton half. And then his pass, which is intercepted by Eriksen, and Spurs have the ball back. So after 5 minutes, you can quite easily say that Spurs have been a dominant side. They've had all the ball every time Everton try to break out after a Spurs attack. They've just fallen straight back into Tottenham's. The ball has fallen straight back into Tottenham's possession. Here's Alderweireld for Spurs. Lucas Moura, Toby Alderweireld, Sissoko, still in the Tottenham half as they break into Everton and down the left with Davies, who wins a throw. Well, unfortunately, I do actually have to say something to you. My stream actually cut out for the goal, which is why I didn't see it, but it came back right after, when the replays were showing. So, I apologise for that, and I hope that doesn't happen again, but I still was able to report the goal for you. As Llorente is on the ball, he switches it to Walker-Peters. Llorente's sitting in deep there. Walker-Peters has done well to beat Bernard, and now he's taking on Digne. Bernard is able to catch up though. Still Walker-Peters down that right-hand side, and he has done well to win a throw for Tottenham. Well, there's two players on him at all times. He was twisting and turning around, and he does win the throw right by the corner flag. Of course, the corner where Spurs did take the lead from. Well, all the other scores on the final day currently at 0-0, apart from at this game here. It's Tottenham with that early lead as they look to build on it. Lucas Moura on the edge of the box will have a go, and it rises well over the bar. Make sure to leave your score predictions in the chat. Who you think is going to win the title, who you think will finish third. Of course, that depends on the Chelsea-Leicester game. That will affect where Spurs finish. Of course, a win might secure third place for them, depending on that Chelsea game. And if there's any chance of Arsenal finishing in the top four, they will hope that Everton need 2 to turn it round, and then Arsenal would need to win 8-0 against Burnley themselves. And just to answer more questions in the chat, yes, if there was background sound, I assume that's what you're saying, then it would get copyrighted as well, which is why there won't be any music or noise from the stadium in the stream. Spurs get a throw on just inside the Everton half. 8 minutes on the clock now. It's really not the start that Marco Silva would have wanted for his side. They've hardly been able to keep the ball. It's been all Spurs, and they're a goal down very early on here. Spurs attacking again with Walker-Peters, who's had a lot of the ball on the right-hand side. Alderweireld. I will be changing the scoreboard for you. My apologies for that being delayed. Long ball forward looking for Davies. That was by Alderweireld, just over hit. And behind for a goal kick as we approach the 10-minute mark. I'll just say this again, unfortunately we aren't able to show the actual match because of copyright, but we will have live commentary. Has been a goal around the ground. It's involving Fulham at Craven Cottage. They play Newcastle. It's Newcastle who take the lead there. So we will update that on the scoreboard for you. Everton have a free kick in the Tottenham half. It's a chance to get a ball in. It's very, very deep. But maybe a chance to do something highly against the run of play at the moment. And the ball went in and there was a flick on by, I think it was Keane. However, it went straight into the hands of Lloris and Spurs can build again from that. Well, it wasn't a bad ball in and it was just a poor header in the end, although Spurs have actually been caught out in the middle of the pitch and now Everton can break, although the pass from Walcott in towards Bernard was intercepted by Alderweireld. And here is Lucas Moura for Tottenham as he looks to start a following counter-attack, and he's played a ball to Moussa Sissoko down the right. Cut back for Llorente, who will have a go. And then Sissoko's shot, which is straight at the keeper. He was in an offside position anyway. Well, it looks like every time Everton will break, they'll have to make the most of it because Spurs looking to counter-attack straight away, which they did there. It was a poor ball by Llorente. It was deflected in towards Sissoko. The shot that is, and Sissoko was in an offside position. As 10 minutes has now gone on the clock. 1-0 to Tottenham after an early goal. And there has been another goal at Craven Cottage. 2-0 Newcastle early on there. Alderweireld on the ball for Spurs. So they look to just pass it around the back. Eriksen in a deep position which he likes to wander into. Here is Lamela. First we've really seen of him on the ball. Davies. Ali. Try to flick a ball in towards Eric Lamela, who was claimed by Pickford as he read the situation well. So a really, really bright start from Tottenham early on here at the new stadium. Of course, after back-to-back three defeats in a row in the league, all being 1-0. Manchester City, the first team, then West Ham, then Bournemouth. However, they've still managed to keep their place in the top four, and it looks very, very likely now that Spurs will be getting in that top four position and currently are sitting in third in the table. Of course, that's with Chelsea drawing 0-0 at Leicester. Everton having their first real possession on the ball as they play it back to Pickford, who kicks it long. The Spurs can win it straight back. And Gay wins it back for Everton, although Lucas Moura puts pressure on him. And here's Dele Alli. Lamela inside the box. There's options. Ali. And then his shot, which is just over the bar. Well, Spurs really had a good opportunity. It was Lucas Moura who won the ball back from Keane, just on the edge of the box. He fed it into Ali, who then played it to Lamela. And when Lamela had the ball, there was two other players in the middle, unmarked. He just took a bit too long, played it to Ali on the edge of the box, and his only option was to shoot, and his shot went over the bar. If we just take you to that Newcastle game, the first goal from Shelby and then from Perez. That's the only other game where there have been goals, apart from this one where Spurs lead 1-0. 4 attempts for them, 1 attempt for Everton in the opening just over 10 minutes. Harry Kane is not playing today, to answer your question. However, he might be back for the Champions League final. And what a night that was in Amsterdam for Spurs. Although possible tired legs after such a big game has not done anything for them. So we're 15 minutes in here at the new stadium. And it's Tottenham 1, Everton 0. The early goal from Eric Dyer. Everton not really doing much since then. They've just managed to get a bit of spell possession, although Zuma's just lost the ball. He's just dribbled it out of play from the Spurs throw, and they put themselves under pressure, although Eriksen was fouled in the process. We will keep you updated on the scores in other games. Spurs on the ball, Ben Davies. Back to Toby Alderweireld. Now Dyer. The Spurs just happy to keep the ball. There's been another goal around the grounds. It's Watford 0, West Ham 1. Spurs attacking here. Ali to Davies down the left hand side. His ball deflects behind for the second corner of the game. Of course, the first was where the first goal came from. Eric Dyer there. Corner taken, it was taken short, and then the ball cross has been cleared away as far as Moussa Sissoko, as he plays it back to Hugo Lloris, and Spurs can build again from there. Eriksen to Dyer, back to Alderweireld. Spurs once again in possession, as they found it very comfortable in the opening 15 minutes, although Lamela has just given the ball away. Here's Gana Gay, back to Zuma, who's running backwards and plays it backwards to Pickford. One ball forward from him, and Spurs will win it back from there. Dele Alli, Llorente. This is Dele Alli again, down the right hand side. He's waiting for an overlap from Kyle Walker-Peters. Uses him in the end. Here's Sissoko. Back to Toby Alderweireld, and then back to Hugo Lloris. Here's Alderweireld. Spurs once again keeping the ball. It's been a very strong start for them so far. Zuma. Here is Gana Gay, as he looks to drive it forward, plays it down the left, although his pass, well, it goes straight off the pitch. A bit of miscommunication between him and Luca Digne. Everton on the ball again. Sigurdsson out to Gana Gay. Space down the left with Digne, who he's played it to. Chance to get the ball in for Everton. Cuts it back towards Toussaint, and it came for Walcott, who hit it first time straight at Hugo Lloris. Make sure if you're enjoying the stream to leave a like. And this is our first stream ever. Something we're planning to do next season. So make sure you subscribe to not miss that next year, Well, Spurs have just won a corner. It was a quick break down the right-hand side to Soko's ball in, which was headed behind by Schneiderlin. This is the same side where they took the lead after 3 minutes from Eric Dyer. It'll be Lamela going out to take the corner, 18 minutes into the game. Lamela takes the corner, and then comes out to the edge of the box for Kyle Walker-Peters to hit one on his left foot and to hit one over the bar. Well, there has been a goal involving the title race, and as it stands, Liverpool go top of the table. They lead Wolverhampton Wanderers by 1-0. It's Sadio Mane's goal in the 17th minute for them, meaning as it stands, Manchester City will need to score if they want to get the title. Pickford just taking his time on taking the goal kick. He has taken it and it wasn't the best, and it's broken for Ericsson inside the Everton half as he whips the ball into Moro. It was nearly perfect control. It was smashed into his chest, although Davies has won it back inside the penalty area, and Zuma is able to deal with it very well as he clears it out for a Tottenham throw. Well, there was a lot of pressure. Zuma not really knowing what to do with it in his own penalty area, although eventually he is able to clear. 20 minutes gone then at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. 1-0 the score. Keane inside the 6-yard box as he switches the play out to Digne. And now it's a chance for Everton to break as the high press from Spurs has been broken, although it was a fantastic interception by Kyle Walker-Peters to stop Digne's pass, as his interception makes it go out for an Everton throw. So Everton on the ball. Keane. Walcott. Zuma back to Keane as Everton happy to keep the ball. They will need just to settle down the game a bit, you would feel. After Spurs keep on winning it back every time they have a bit of possession and look like they're going to break and possibly score. Everton win a throw. High press O'Malley intercepted the pass from Zuma straight out. As we look at the Premier League table, a few changes already. Liverpool are top of the lead as they are leading Wolves by 1-0. Manchester City still goalless at Brighton. Spurs have gone into third due to Chelsea not taking the lead against Leicester and them, of course, winning here. Kyle Walker-Peters. Alderweireld, the Spurs have possession again. 22 minutes gone. And another goal around the grounds. And this one a slightly surprising one. Already relegated Cardiff lead Manchester United by 1-0. It was Mendes Lang with a penalty. So at Old Trafford, United 0, Cardiff 1. As goals are flooding in around the grounds, but not for Manchester City. They will need a goal as it stands. They are second in the Premier League table. Spurs will be happy with their position back in third, where they finished last year. However, if Chelsea beat Leicester, they will lose that position. That is, of course, assuming Spurs do win here today. Davies on the ball as he passes it back to Toby Alderweireld. His long ball trying to switch it across towards Kyle Walker-Peters, and Digne won the header. And here's Bernard as he looks to break out. Garner Gay still in the Everton half, being pressed as he plays it to Zuma, who is playing right back today for Everton. That's where he's been for the majority of the game. Keane to Schneiderlin. Here's Mina, who was at fault for the opening goal that led to Eric Dyer smashing it in for from the corner. That's a long ball from Everton, looking to Eric Toussaint, who's nudged Eric Dyer, and he would have been in if the referee didn't call for a foul there. But he's barged right into Eric Dyer as they were both chasing for the long ball over the top, played by Bernard, and it definitely was a foul. Right decision from the referee, and Spurs get a free kick after 25 minutes. As they keep possession again with Alderweireld to Dyer. Lloris back to Toby Alderweireld. Another goal across the grounds. Crystal Palace lead Bournemouth by a goal 2-0. So we will take this time to read out the scores. So Crystal Palace 1, Bournemouth 0, Fulham 0, Newcastle 2, Liverpool 1, Wolves 0, Man United 0, Cardiff 1, Spurs of course 1-0 up here against Everton, and Watford 0, West Ham 1. Everton on the ball here, although it's won back quickly by Eric Dyer. Well, all the scores that I read out before, if there was a score not mentioned, that is because it is 0-0 in that game. We are just waiting for the stream to come back. Sorry about that. It has come back, and it's come back with Everton looking to attack with Bernard. Toussaint came short. They're in the Spurs half. Here is Sigurdsson, who's able to drive forward. Plays it to the right for Toussaint. Back into Sigurdsson, his shot deflected, and then it comes out for Davies. Cleared away by the number 33 and controlled by Fernando Llorente. Alderweireld switching it towards Lucas Moura, who takes it down well. Spurs get the advantage as Lucas Moura was held. He's played it to Ali inside the box. Down the right hand side, another flick ball in, headed away by Mina. Lamela tried to win it, Everton clear it, and Everton will look to break with Goofy Sigurdsson. Bernard down the left hand side, he would have to take on Moussa Sissoko, and he's lost the battle as Sissoko wins possession back for Spurs. Alderweireld, Davies, back to Sissoko. It's really been all Tottenham so far today. They're happy to sit off and just keep possession yet again. No need to attack, being 1 goal to the good. Everton not really putting them under any pressure, and there's a big turnaround in the title race. Brighton 1, Manchester City 0. Brighton might have really put a change in here. Liverpool are leading, Manchester City are losing, and at the moment Liverpool look as if they will be winning the Premier League. As Everton attack here, as it's Goofy Sigurdsson back across the goal, hit away by Toby Alderweireld, but massive change in the title race. It's Brighton 1, Manchester City 0. Spurs breaking with Sissoko. Lucas Moura, who's down the right hand side, Kyle Walker-Peters up with him. Nearly half an hour gone at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. A corner from Spurs which has given them the lead. Although a quick equaliser for Manchester City. They're straight back in it. Sergio Aguero with an equaliser just a minute after Brighton took the lead through Glenn Murray. And it's back where we were. Liverpool still top of the league, but Manchester City are level again. The Spurs are on possession with Hugo Lloris, although Sissoko inside his own area took a real risk. He's done well, and now he's moving it out for Tottenham. Dele Alli back to Sissoko, who's now well in the Everton half down the left hand side. And then his ball towards Eric Lamela, who's there inside the box down the left. Still Lamela, Ali. Now all the way down the left hand side by the corner flag. Ali's lost possession and Zuma on the ball here. So Manchester City 1, Brighton 1. Liverpool still top of the league. But a quick response from City still puts them as favourites with one more goal. Everton with a long ball forward. Here's Bernard as it breaks to him. Down the left-hand side, his shot, and it's a fantastic save from Hugo Lloris as he got down quickly as it was heading into the bottom corner by the near post. Well, it was a really good save as Silva looked as if he was going to whip it across the goal. Kyle Walker-Peters outnumbered it was a 2v1 against him. It broke for Bernard, his shot at Lloris. Good save. Spurs back in possession with Toby Alderweireld. Davies. Well, Everton slowly growing into the game as they will regain the possession, a long ball forward which went straight into the hands of Pickford. So Everton back on the ball with Digne. Half an hour gone at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Of course, they were at home last year on the last day. It was a thriller against Leicester City. Lots of turnarounds there. Spurs ending up winning 5-4 on the final day. There hasn't been any more goals to report of around the other stadiums. At the moment, Liverpool are top of the Premier League. They are leading Wolves. Man City are drawing 1-1 to Brighton. It was Brighton who took the lead, but a quick fire response from Aguero puts them level. Of course, all games kicking off at the same time, meaning all games around half an hour in, just like we are here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Sissoko's ball towards Dele Alli. Space down the right for Kyle Walker-Peters. Spurs now in Everton's half. Ali again down the right. Mora, who came deep. Little 1-2 with Ali. Mora again. Ali again. And then in the end, Spurs play it back towards Alderweireld. Sissoko finds Eriksen, and now it's Lamela. It's a good little move this from Tottenham. Lamela back to Eriksen. Ali. Mora, space on the right for Peters. He uses Llorente instead. Now it's Kyle Walker-Peters. Chance to cross maybe. And it was Digne who blocked it, and it will go behind for a goal kick as it deflected straight back off Kyle Walker-Peters. And, well, he tried to take on Digne, just run down the line. He ran right to the touchline, and he tried to play it back across, came off Digne, came off him, and the goal kick has been taken very long by Pickford, although the header was won by Alderweireld. Walcott for Everton as they win it straight back, although so do Spurs, and Lamela will have a chance to break, and Llorente's on the left hand side. He just couldn't quite take in Lamela's pass, and Zuma just in the corner flag. Llorente putting pressure on him, not allowing him to clear it, and in the end it goes out for a Tottenham throw. Good pressure from Spurs. They get possession in Everton half through a throw-in. It's been another goal around the grounds. Crystal Palace 2, Bournemouth 0. Now, Ali. Eriksen on the edge of the box. Eriksen again. Ben Davies for Spurs as they're not really doing much with possession. A chance for me to ask you if you could subscribe. There will be a lot more games with this being our first stream next season. And if you don't want to miss the live commentary of games from next year, please subscribe now to not miss it. Eriksen for Tottenham. Lamela on the edge of the box. Back towards Ali, who hit one, and he drags it wide. Hit with power, hit low and hard by Ali, but just not quite the accuracy on the shot. 35 minutes gone nearly at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. 1-0 the score. At the moment, Spurs sit in third place with Chelsea not taking the lead. Everton have a throw in the Spurs half by the corner flag. 35 minutes gone. It's going to be taken by Zuma. First chance he's really had to get up the pitch. Here he is on the ball. Here's Walcott. And then his attempted dribble has been tackled. Here's Llorente looking to switch it for Kyle Walker-Peters. Bernard chasing it as well. Bernard is there as he passes it back to Jordan Pickford. He's played it short to Schneiderlin. We are going to just quickly take this time as the score is at 1-0 just to show you the lineups again if you have missed them. Just leave that up for a minute as there's a long ball here for Theo Walcott. He is in an offside position. Spurs are waiting just to take the free kick. So the shock result of the day is that Cardiff are leading Manchester United by a 1-0. The shock result would have been Brighton being 1-0 up against City. However, a quick fire response from Aguero makes that 1-0. Liverpool still top of the league though as they lead Wolves by a 2-0. Everton have a free kick which has just been awarded as Lamela and I believe Schneiderlin both jumped for the ball. Or Bernard I should say. Bernard won it, Lamela fouled. It's in the Spurs half. It's far out. It's a good crossing position though for Everton. A chance to get a ball into the box and maybe give Spurs something to think about. 36 minutes gone at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's Bernard over the free kick along with Theo Walcott. Taken by Bernard. Keane who won it, but his header goes wide, out for a goal kick. Well, thank you for everyone who's watching and who stayed watching so far for the stream. The commentary will be throughout the whole game. We will give you updates on scores around the grounds. And currently with a 1-0 lead, you would feel with Everton slowly growing into the game, at some point Spurs would want another. Because Everton are breaking with Sigurdsson who has a go, and it's a good save by Lloris. It was outside the box down the right hand side from Sigurdsson. He looked to hit it across goal. Lloris saw it coming the whole time as it slowly looped in towards his hands. Just over the last maybe 5 minutes or so, it is Everton for the first time, I can say, have been the better side here. As we are under 10 minutes away from half time. Everton attacking again. Zuma down the right. Sissoko's won it back, although a little bit of a tussle, and it breaks for Theo Walcott, and now Sigurdsson back to Walcott down the right hand side. He's got space to get a ball in, which he does, and it's towards Toussaint who heads it down, and then it's cleared by Toby Alderweireld. Well, there's another goal in the title race. City now lead at Brighton, 2-1, as Spurs are moving it forward with Lucas Moura. Tries to play a ball in towards Llorente. Pickford comes for it. Pickford waiting by the corner flag. He had to cover it, otherwise Llorente might have won it back. Well, 2 goals to report. The one with Manchester City. They now lead Brighton. They are now ahead in the title race, back to top of the lead. Liverpool are also leading Wolves by a 0-0. But another goal for Crystal Palace. They're now 3-0 up against Brighton. So we'll just update on the bottom as you can see the rest of the scores. just update them for you. 3-0 Palace, 2-1 City. City back on the top of the table. A long ball forward from the goal kick from Everton. It's gone straight into Lloris's hands down the other end. Oliveira to Walker-Peters. Just over 5 minutes till half time. Another goal for West Ham. They lead Watford by by 2 goals to 0 now. That, of course, being at Vicarage Road. Well, as we look at the spot for best of the rest, well, Wolves have already got it. In fact, they're 4 points clear. However, Watford dropping down to 11th. West Ham now ahead of them. Of course, West Ham, as they are leading Watford by 2 goals to 0. Man City top of the table on 98 points as they lead Brighton by 2 goals to 0. Liverpool on 97, they're leading Wolves. But the game here is Tottenham 1, Everton 0. A goal from a corner from Spurs. They've had chances to double, but Everton more recently in the game have had chances to equalise, which they might have again here with Bernard. Down the left-hand side to Digne. And then he's been tackled and Lloris can pick up the ball. So we hit the 40-minute mark at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Lloris on the ball. Oliveira out. Davies towards Ali. Eriksen's going to chase it down. It's won back by Keane. Here is Bernard. Digne there again, down the left. Once again, Spurs regain possession, and once again, it's back to Lloris. No other goals to report from around the ground. Just to let you know, for the people watching, please subscribe to the channel. We will be doing a lot more streams next season, a lot more live commentaries for you. This is our first of the season, just to see how it goes, just a little test. So please leave a thumbs up if you're enjoying, and make sure you subscribe. Just waiting for coverage to come back to commentate for. The stream just slightly cutting out for a moment. One 0 Tottenham. So we have just realised that the lineups are still showing. There's confirmation of the score for you. 1-0 Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It was a 3 o'clock kickoff and it is approaching half time now. We are still just waiting for the stream to come back. It's just another opportunity for me to say please subscribe to the channel. I will be commentating as soon as my stream starts working again. Should not be long. Just going to update you again on the scores around the grounds whilst we wait for our stream to work. Just apologise for this, it is actually back. And it's back with a ball into the box from Everton, which is cleared away. Thank you for all the people who have left a like, and thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far. Thank you very much for that. We're very sorry just for this slight inconvenience of the stream not working and me not be able to commentate for you, but I will, just for the minute or so while we're waiting for it to come back up, keep you updated on the scores, where there has been another goal around the ground. Southampton lead Huddersfield by a goal to 0. Just going to give you an update on all the scores. Man City 2-1 up against Brighton. Burnley 0, Arsenal 0. Crystal Palace 3, Bournemouth 0. Fulham 0, Newcastle 2. Leicester 0, Chelsea 0, Liverpool 1, Wolves 0, Cardiff 1, United 0, Southampton 1, Huddersfield 0, and at this game here, Spurs 1, Everton 0, and West Ham lead Watford by 2 goals to 0. We do report. I want to apologise for the stream not working. We will have the commentary back for you in a second. Just while we're waiting, we'll show you the league table. Spurs currently sitting in 3rd because Chelsea are not leading Leicester City. They will need to win to go ahead of them. City lead the Premier League title race yet again as they turned around a 1-0 deficit to lead Brighton. Of course, the relegation battle finished long ago. Well, another goal around the grounds. Crystal Palace were finding it easy against Brighton. Maybe not anymore, because Bournemouth have pulled a goal back. It's 3-1 there now. As we are approaching half-time and all the games on the final day of the Premier League season. And I just once again want to apologise. The footage for me to commentate on should be back very, very shortly. Well, hopefully on our streams next season, this won't be the case. Make sure you subscribe if you don't want to miss them. We'll make sure that this doesn't happen with our streams cutting out. But I will still be able to keep the score. The stream is back and we are in the 1 minute added on at the end of the half. An Everton free kick with Goofy Sigurdsson, a good position here. Just on the edge of the box. Digne, it might suit him as he is a left footer. It's on the right hand side. It is to be Digne and it's straight into the wall. Breaks out Firmino, a long ball forward. Flicked on and then out by Alderweireld for a last minute Everton corner. Last chance in the half. Last chance to get a ball in after what started off to be a very poor game for Everton. But they have grown into it. Ball in from the corner. It's gone all the way to the back post, although Davis was there to head it away. And that is the half-time whistle. Well, it was an early goal from a Spurs corner which gave them the 1-0 lead. Dyer smashing it home after a defensive mistake from Digne. Half-time score here, Tottenham 1, Everton 0. We'll be back shortly for the second half. Well, we are ready to get underway for the second half here, as it starts with Spurs attacking with Kyle Walker-Peters, and his early ball into the box goes behind for, I believe, a Tottenham corner. There has been a substitution at half time for the home side. Victor Wanyama has come on for Dele Alli. Spurs starting half attackively, and just as we start the half, just to show you the lineups coming up on the screen now, as Tottenham take the corner, or are ready to take the corner. Davies standing on Pickford as the ball goes in. Keane jumped highest. Walker-Peters trying to keep it alive. Sigurdsson clears it out for a Tottenham throw down the right hand side. For the Spurs, who took the lead early on in the first half. A 3rd minute goal from Eric Dyer, which from a corner, which makes it 1-0 going into the second half. Everton started poorly. They grew into the game as the half went on and ended the half really being the better side, but Spurs will look to step up in the second half as they have the ball here. Sissoko, Toby Alderweireld, and just to let you know, as Spurs keep possession, we'll be giving you updates of all the scores on the final day of the season, as you can see on the bottom of your screen. As we do start the second half with a goal. Watford have pulled one back against West Ham. 2-1 the score now. Also, to let you know, this is our first stream and we are doing a lot more next season, so if you could subscribe not to miss any of those, and if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Spurs still in possession with Hugo Lloris as they start from the back. The play's just been stopped for a moment. Not sure why. I think there's a pitch invader. There is, so someone has run on the pitch looking like a Tottenham fan. Stewards are running to get him, and they've got them pretty quickly. Fair play to the stewards. Pitch invader for the first time at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And something, as we see Pochettino, something he does not look happy about. So we will restart with Spurs possession. As we are 48 minutes into the game, as the streaker, or pitch invader I should say, is being led off the pitch now. It'll start with a drop ball which is played back to Lloris, and Spurs will build from there. Dyer to Toby Alderweireld. Walker-Peters, not the best first touch, but he's still beaten it from Bernard, and he's won Tottenham a throw. It actually was given as a Everton throw, as they will now keep the ball as it's played all the way back to Keane. As they look to build from the right hand side. Back to Keane again. Llorente and Lamella putting the pressure on his Mina. Back to Pickford, and he will hit it long. And Toussaint as well to win the header. And then Kyle Walker-Peters won the second ball, hooped away by Alderweireld. Everton get the ball back again. Look to move it forward with Luca Digne. Bernard. And then Everton win a corner as the ball forward from Bernard towards Sigurdsson. He looked to get a ball into the box. Sissoko tackled. Corner, Everton. Corner goes in and then headed away. Digne. Oh, it's played back in dangerously. Here's Theo Walcott. Great block from Davies. Might come out for Lamella, who looks to clear. Can't. Schneiderlin on the edge of the box. Back to Dina. Big chance for Everton there. Still not cleared. Alderweireld heads it away. Back out to Dina again. And then Sissoko wins it back for Spurs. Here is Eric Dyer. And then his ball to Sissoko intercepted. Wanyama wins it back though. Not for long. Sigurdsson now for Everton. Wanyama fouls. Everton free kick in the Spurs half. Just want to apologise for the poor connection briefly. It should be sorted very soon. So an Everton free kick, which they've used just to keep possession. Keane. Down the right is Kurt Zouma. Spurs win it back though. Here's Ericsson. And then his ball down the left, which in the end goes out of play. He was looking for Lucas Moura. This was the chance for Everton. We're just going to have a look at it again. It was a ball in from the left-hand side from Luca Digne. Came for Walker, who smashed it across goal. It was a fantastic block from Davies, because no one really knows where that could have been going. And for the people just joining us on the stream, just to let you know, we would love you to subscribe, because there will be a lot more streams coming up next season. This is just our first one to see how it goes this season. And also, please subscribe because you won't miss our FA Cup stream, FA Cup final, Man City Watford coming later on. Everton have a free kick again. Chance to get another ball into the box. Sigurdsson standing over it. And the ball in from Sigurdsson, which just goes over everyone, out for a goal kick. So the Spurs free kick, goal kick, Lloris takes it short towards Davies. Everton putting a bit more pressure on Spurs in the second half as they've won it back through a ball in the air, although it's fallen for Llorente. And Spurs get a throw in their own half. Although they've taken it quickly, and here is Ericsson. Chance to move it forward. Ericsson might have a shot deflected wide. Tottenham Hotspur corner. Their first of the half. And the first of the first half led to a goal. The only goal of the game, a 3rd minute goal from Eric Dyer. They have a corner again now. 53 minutes played. Can they double their lead again? Well, there's been a goal, which we'll just update you in a minute as the corner goes in, headed away. It's just tumbling in the box again. Comes out for Lucas Moura on the edge. Still Lucas Moura. And he finds Eric Dyer. Back into Moura on the edge of the box still. Space out wide for Lamella, who dribbles into the box, looks to take it past Digne. Digne tackles. And Everton get it away. So a goal for Spurs, for the Spurs rivals, Arsenal. They take the lead against Burnley. Sorry about some connection issues for some people. We're just trying to sort out the connection problems as Everton break here. Bernard down the left. Gay. Down the left is Digne. Bernard. Schneiderlin. Everton keeping the ball in the Spurs half. Still Everton in possession here with Schneiderlin. Just hoping for you we can get the connection to work as soon as possible. For some people, some internet problems. Here is Mina, Everton in possession. Dina down the left, just about keeps it in play. Everton still on the ball. Dina moving it forward. Bernard. Garner Gay. No one really in the middle for Everton, and then that's why the cross went straight to Ben Davies. Spurs looked to counter. Lamela, well, it was a ball to him from Ericsson. He just didn't expect it to come to him, and it goes out for an Everton throw. Free kick Everton in the Spurs half, all the way down the left. It was Toussaint who won it, late challenge from Kyle Walker-Peters. Well, no team really getting going so far in the second half. As there's more goals to report to you. Bournemouth were 3-0 down against Crystal Palace. They pulled it back to 3-2. And Huddersfield have equalised against Southampton. We will update the scores at the bottom of the screen for you very shortly. Everton on the ball, which has been a common theme in the second half so far. Pickford. So it hasn't been the most exciting of halves so far. For the people just joining us now, if we could just ask you, if possible, to subscribe to the channel. We have streams coming a lot next season, which we wouldn't want you to miss, as well as a stream of the FA Cup final coming up soon. Everton on the ball, looking to break with Bernard, tackled by Alderweireld. Dina to take the throw for Everton. Lloris wins it back for for Spurs. His long ball, which is headed straight back towards him. Everton breaking again, this time with Toussaint. And he plays the ball in towards Bernard, and Bernard is in! And his shot, which might have deflected wide. I think it might be a corner for Everton. It was a good move, a ball towards Toussaint in the middle. He played in Bernard, who was overlapping. Bernard was in. Just might have taken a nick of Kyle Walker-Peters on the way through. I think it is a corner to Everton. We'll just see here. It might be a goal kick. It is a goal kick. The shot in the end was dragged wide. Sissoko trying to muscle his way through. Ericsson takes it off him. Down the right hand side. Spurs looking to get an attack for the first time really in this half. 15 minutes of the half gone. Everton win it back though with Dina. And then Alderweireld tackles him. Everton throw down the left. So Spurs haven't really got going in the second half. Everton being the better side, but only a few chances for them really. A few half chances, the best coming a moment ago with Bernard. Spurs have won a free kick though in the Everton half. It's a chance to get a cross into the box. 60 minutes gone. Looks to be taken by Ericsson. Davies there as well. In by Ericsson. Well, it's not really been in the first man. It was a poor ball in from the Dane. Sissoko looking to loop it over towards Davies. Dean is staying with him, Dean winning it, and it goes out, you would think, for a Tottenham throw. Just whether the ball went out of play there, I'm not sure. It has. Spurs throw. Chance to tell you all, just ask you to subscribe to the channel. More streams coming next season, as well as the FA Cup final, which we wouldn't want you to miss, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss those. Also, if you are enjoying the stream, to leave a thumbs up. Spurs get a throw in the Everton half again. This time further back. Spurs not really having an attacking threat since Dele Alli came off at half time. Everton on the ball. There's been another goal involving Newcastle this time. They are 3-0 up against Fulham, and Cardiff have doubled their lead against Manchester United. They lead by 2-0. In terms of the title race, Manchester City 2-1 up against Brighton. They fell behind, but they did turn it round not too long after. Liverpool are also leading Wolves by 1-0, but with City leading, meaning they are not top of the league, City top of the league. So, if there is to be a change in the title race, then Manchester City will need to concede and Liverpool need to stay winning. Spurs are in third at the moment because Chelsea are failing to beat Leicester. 0-0 the score there. And Spurs go up into third. Just going to tell you a bit about the other games. I'll stream cut out briefly, but it's come back, and it's come back with a Spurs chance. Ball in from Ericsson, comes out to the edge of the box for Ericsson again, who had a swing at it. He's got it on the right hand side here. And sorry about that, we're just 10 seconds behind. Ericsson on the ball. The stream just having a slight problems with that, but we will get the commentary back for you as soon as possible. Back now, and it's back with Kyle Walker-Peters. Ericsson to Sissoko. Spurs on the ball. They'll need to liven it up a bit. Again, they haven't really done much in the second half. Everton being the better side. Here's Ericsson. A ball towards Kyle Walker-Peters, which he can't quite get to, and then it's cleared behind for a Spurs throw. Well, in the comments, why not put your score predictions or who you think is going to win the Premier League? I'll be interested to see that. Or if you've got any questions about the game or about the channel, ask those and I will answer for you as soon as I see it. Well, it looks like there will be a substitution coming up for Everton. Andre Gomez. Looks to be coming on soon, but first is Spurs corner in by Ericsson, and then the header, which is saved by Pickford. It was straight at him, but it's a chance for Spurs, the first of the half. And then a long kick from Pickford looking for the run of Bernard, but it didn't quite get to him. Well, there's been another goal which affects the title race and might have just put it to bed. Manchester City 3, Brighton 1. Brighton need 2 if they want to give Liverpool any chance of winning the Premier League. It looks like it will be City's again. There's been 2 more goals as well. Arsenal double their lead against Burnley, 2-0 up now. Crystal Palace 4, Bournemouth 2 as well. Of course, Arsenal will need a few more, and we need Everton to score twice if they want any chance of finishing in the top 4. They will need to overturn a -9 goal difference behind who we're commentating today, Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs on the ball down the right. Llorente tussling forward, and he's broken out for Ericsson. Mora on his left. Mora looking to be played in behind, well read by Zuma. Cleared away for a Spurs throw. Well, to thank you for all you guys' feedback. So, Chelsea to lose, Arsenal to lose. Well, maybe not. Arsenal winning 2-0, Chelsea drawing 0-0. And score prediction of 2-0 for another person, and City to win the title. Well, it looks like City will be winning the title now, as they are 2 goals up. And that's something that Spurs will be looking to do, to get a second goal, as Everton have had a few chances to equalise much earlier on in the half. Nothing really happening so far. 1-0 the score. It was an early header from Eric Dyer. Sorry, not header. Early goal from a corner from Eric Dyer. A mistake from Mina. He smashed it home as the ball on a Spurs attack just slowly runs through to Pickford. Well, another goal involving Arsenal. It's not 3-0 to them. It's 2-1. Burnley have pulled one back almost instantly. Of course, an away win for Arsenal, a rarity, but they might have to work a bit harder for it, because Burnley pull one back. 2-1 the score there. Long ball from Pickford. And Wanyama wins the header. Lamela looking to keep the ball for Spurs. He did briefly, although Everton win it back. Spurs then win it back with Sissoko, a bit scruffy at the moment as the ball goes out of play. Spurs get a throw. Well played from Musa Sissoko. Carl Walker-Peters to take it. He's had a good game. He's run forward, overlapped quite a lot, but given Spurs a bit of width in their... As we just look on at Harry Kane, this might just be his last Spurs game being injured, as you never know, might be back for the Champions League final. What a game that is for Spurs. What a game it was in the week as they beat Ajax 3-2. Dramatic 90th minute winner there. Lucas Moura, who's sat very deep right now as he plays it back to Alderweireld as Spurs keep the ball. Kyle Walker-Peters, it was a poor pass from him, and Everton get the ball back. Mina. To Schneiderlin, back into Mina. Keane. As Everton stuck inside the Spurs... stuck inside of their own half right now. Just want to apologise again for some problems with the connection on the stream. I'll try to get that sorted for you. Here is Garner Gay. Turns Kyle Walker-Peters. He's running back in. Garner Gay plays it on the right. There's space for Sigurdsson here. Plays it down the right hand side inside the box. A shot and an equaliser. And Everton are level, and it's Theo Walcott, of all people, to soar against Spurs. It was a fantastic move. It broke to Sigurdsson on the edge of the box. He played it forward to Walcott, who cut inside, and it was a fabulous shot across the goal to beat Lloris into the bottom corner. And it's 1-1. Well, that is the problem if you only have a 1-0 lead. Of course, any team can come back from that. Everton have here, and we're all square at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Spurs on the ball. Sorry for the lack of commentary over the last minute. I was just trying to get everything sorted for you. Well, with the way the second half's gone, you might give Everton favourites to win this game. Spurs will really need to step up. Everton win another corner. Poor from Victor Wanyama. Well, another twist in the story at Crystal Palace. They were 4-2 up. It's now 4-3. What a game that is turning out to be. Another goal as well. West Ham 3, Watford 0. Well, Spurs need to lose by 4 goals if Arsenal have a chance to get into the top 4. Oh, they've got another! It's 2-1 Everton! What a turnaround! In the second half, a goal from the corner, a mistake from Spurs. Well, it was a real scruffle in the penalty area, and it's been turned around. Well, the ball went in. Keane won the header. Lloris saved. Oh, and it just fumbled over the line. There were 3 players trying to get it over. It went in eventually. Everton 2-1 up. So Spurs are now going to need to come from behind after leading at half time. A 3-minute turnaround for Everton. And unfortunately for Spurs, they don't really have any attacking players to bring on. Because Son suspended after a red card before. Although they might have a chance. They've won a free kick on the edge of the box. A chance for Eriksen. There's been a goal involving the title race. City 4, Brighton 1. So a free kick on the edge of the box, 15 minutes to go. Spurs now trailing Everton. However, they will still be finishing in the top 4 on level points with Arsenal, unless they concede more and Arsenal score a few more. But they have a chance to equalise here from the free kick. It's to be Eriksen. Oh, what a free kick it is! And it's 2-2! Well, what a 5 minutes or so we've had here. 3 goals. Everton turned it around. Spurs are level again. And it's 2-2. Well, it was whipped across goal by Eriksen into the far bottom corner. Decided not to go over the wall. Went across goal. Fabulous free kick. No chance for Jordan Pickford there. What a goal it was. And it's 2-2. Spurs back in it. And now they will look to turn it around again. So just updating the scoreboard for you. Well, lots of twists and turns in this game now. It's 2-2. Spurs are making 2 substitutions as well. Janssen coming on for Fernando Llorente and Oliver Skip is coming on. We're not actually sure who for yet. Well, it was a really boring start to the first half for the first 20-25 minutes or so of it. However, now there's been lots of goals. It's 2-2. Spurs looking to move it forward again. However, it breaks out for Everton. Well, a chance to ask you all to subscribe. There'll be more streams next season. This is our first one today. So please leave a like if you're enjoying it. And make sure you subscribe to not miss any streams next season and not miss our stream of the FA Cup final coming up. Everton on the ball down the left. So it's a rough challenge for Moussa Sissoko. And it will be an Everton free kick. So under 15 minutes to go now. Just want to apologise for the internet connection for some of you. A few little bits of buffering going on. It should be sorted though soon. Keen for Everton. Everton in possession again with Dina down the left. A chance maybe to get a ball in. No, he's going to take on Eric Dyer. Now he gets a ball in. It came straight to Toby Alderweireld though. Comes out to Sissoko. Oh, he's giving it straight away. And here's Bernard down the left. As it stands, Spurs move back down into 4th in the league. They would have needed a win. They still can get it to finish above Chelsea, who are currently drawing at Leicester. A win for Chelsea would mean they automatically finish 3rd. There's been another goal at West Ham. They are now 4-1 up at Watford. Just updating the scores at the bottom of your screen for you. Here's Spurs who have won it back and they might break, although Mora, he just ran past the ball in the air. Dribbling forward, lost control of it. Everton win it back. That was a big chance to break for Tottenham. Looked like a 4-on-3. Now Everton move it forward. Good tackle from Wanyama though. Dyer, Sissoko. Good play from Spurs. Back into Wanyama, who plays it to Kyle Walker-Peters. Toby Alderweireld. Kyle Walker-Peters back into Ericsson. Spurs with a spell of possession. 10 minutes to go. They will be looking for a win if they want to finish 3rd place and above Chelsea, as they are currently drawing. Spurs have stepped it up just a little bit since the goal. They've got another free kick. Won by Kyle Walker-Peters, this time further out from the other side. It's an unlikely chance for Christian Eriksen. It was Lookman with the foul. He came on at half-time for Everton. So another free kick with 10 minutes to go. Christian Eriksen lining it up again. This time it's a lot further. It's a bit further out wide, different side. It's a difficult chance here for Tottenham to take, but Eriksen is lining up for it. A lot further out this time as well. There's players inside the box as well. It's whipped in by Ericsson and then it's headed away for a corner for Tottenham. Spurs are going to want to be quick with it, as they want all 3 points here. Well, Crystal Palace have got a 5th against Bournemouth. Corner goes in from Spurs, headed away. Comes out for Everton, who kicks it back to Hugo Lloris. Liverpool have also got a 2nd. They lead 2-0 against Wolves. However, their title dream is surely over as Manchester City are winning 4-1 against Brighton. They were a goal down and it looked like Liverpool might have had a chance to turn things round in the title race and might have lifted the trophy, but that is long gone now. Everton, it breaks for them, it breaks for Lookman, down the left hand side, running it forward, still Lookman inside the area, just turns it back and runs it back out. Here's Digne, looks to loop a ball in towards Toussaint again, and he's headed it straight at Hugo Lloris. Good move from Everton, good chance, poor finish though. So it's really open for both teams at the moment to get a win. Both teams having a few chances. Everton more so. They've definitely been the better side in this second half. As they move it forward again from the right. Zuma. He's on it again and he plays it back to Keane. Here's Mina. Digne. A long ball forward looking for Toussaint, who slips and it will go into Lloris's hands. Well, a chance for everyone to watch. Just for me to let you know, please subscribe to the channel. We will have a lot more streams next season. This is our first this year as a little tester. So if we could ask you to subscribe, and if you're enjoying the commentary, please leave a like. So just to put in your comments maybe, who you think's going to win the Champions League. Of course, Tottenham involved in that against Liverpool. 1st of June that game is. Put in the comments who you think is going to win. Spurs and the ball in their own penalty area with Toby Alderweireld. His long ball looking for Sissoko. It's come straight back to Everton and they've got a chance as they move it down the left hand side, and the ball which goes in, headed away. It's by the corner flag with Toussaint. Schneiderlin. Here's Andre Gomez. Switches the play out to the right where Zuma is. And then his ball in, headed away by Alderweireld. Comes out for Gomez. Everton still breaking. Gomez back into Zuma. Another chance to get a ball in. Davies blocked it. Corner Everton. So there's just over 5 minutes to go now. Digne coming across to take the corner for Everton. Everton fans a lot happy with their second half performance compared to the first. They've definitely been the better side. Spurs were all over them in the first half and they were 1-0 up in the first half. They'll just be disappointed that they're not leading though, Everton, after turning it around to lead 2-1. Well, the corners come to nothing. A short corner, then a cross in straight into Lloris's hands. Lloris plays it to Davies. He's still going, looking for a ball towards Lucas Moura, who can't get there. Keane does get there, and Keane clears. Although it's not cleared very well. Ericsson looking to keep it for Spurs. Everyone looking to chase onto it. Everton win it back though. Everton can break now. Sigurdsson moving it forward. Lookman Trying to cut it onto his right, gets a little pass looking for Toussaint, intercepted and cleared. As far as Digne, Lookman again down the left hand side. Everton attacking again. Play back to Gomez. Lookman again down the left. And then his ball into Gomez, tries to put a ball in. Alderweireld's there, came off Lookman. And then it's out for a goal kick. Just 4 minutes to go now. Just to let you know, we'll be here next week for the FA Cup final, Manchester City against Watford. Goal kick kept played long. Eriksson wins the header. Janssen, Mora. Oh, Manyama couldn't take it. Now Everton might have a chance to win it back. Alderweireld was there. And so his clearance came out to Jordan Pickford. As we just have a look at Daniel Levy, he wouldn't be too happy with the score, but I'm sure he'll be happy with the position in the table, as Spurs certainly looking to get top 4 now. Eriksson, who's moving it forward. Sissoko on his right. Oh, he's just taken too long on the ball there, Christian Eriksen. He tries to keep it. Skip trying to win it. Skip did win it, only as far as Lookman. On the left hand side. Skip wins it back though. Here's Wanyama. Back into Alderweireld. And we are in the 88th minute, or we're coming into the 88th minute now, as it's really late on here. Spurs are looking to get a winner, as it's been all them the last 2 minutes, although Alderweireld's lost it and Sigurdsson tried to break away. It was a good recovery tackle from Toby Alderweireld. 87th minute it is. Long ball from Lloris, which went straight out of play. Everton with a throw in the Spurs half. Really late on here now, as we're 2 minutes away of seeing how much stoppage time there will be. And will there be another winner? Sorry, a late winner. Two minutes to go. Digne. And then Alderweireld dealt with it. Throw on to Everton in the Spurs half. They are looking to get a win as well. Both teams really wanting this. Long ball in from Everton, over everyone. Lloris can pick it up. In fact, he's waiting for the pressure from Toussaint, which gives a slight hint that Spurs will take the draw at the moment. Although a win would put them in third place in the Premier League table, as Chelsea are drawing to Leicester. Long ball forward, went over everyone. Mina's there. Let's play back towards Pickford. Here's Keane. Janssen starting to put a bit of pressure on him. He's trying to run it back in the end. He's fouled. Michael Keane. Everton get a free kick. Well, we're 30 seconds away from finding out how much stoppage time there will be. And we found out there will be 2 minutes. So 2 minutes and 10 seconds left of the game. A Spurs free kick. They might just want to go for this, you would think, because they would want to finish third in the table if possible. I'd be disappointed that they weren't able to hold the 1-0 lead. They went 2-1 down, and then an Eriksson free kick brought them back level. Everton, I'm sure, would be happy with a 2-2 draw, especially after a poor first half performance. It was a quick turnaround from them, but cancelled out by Eriksson. So not long to go now. Unfortunately, we have a slight problem with the stream, but we will be able to keep you updated of the score. It's come back. We're a minute and a half away from time. Spurs are qualified for the Champions League for next season, that's for sure. However, they would want third place. Everton with a free kick with just over a minute to go of stoppage time. 2 minutes was added on. Certainly taking their time now. I think they'll be happy with a draw. Spurs won't mind it because it means they will be in the Champions League if there was any doubt. Everton moving it forward though late on. However, they've lost it, and here's Wanyama. Well, they didn't lose it, they were fouled in the process of it. Free kick Everton. With a minute to go, a chance to put a ball into the box. We're just going to have to wait another 10 seconds though, unfortunately, because the stream has just moved back 10 seconds. And as we're waiting, I just will let you know, please to subscribe. A lot more streams coming up next season, including the FA Cup final. But we are back. Nothing happened with the Everton free kick. Spurs get a throw. 10 seconds to go. Looks like there won't be any more action here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They led. They were then trailed. Tottenham Hotspur. They were trailed by Everton. Brought it back. And there is the final whistle. And there is the end of the season for Spurs. 2-2 the final score. Both teams will take the result. Spurs know they could have finished third as Chelsea are still failing to beat Leicester. They would have finished third if they'd won. Everton, as it looks as if they're going to finish in the league in 8th. One behind the best of the rest, which is Wolves' spot. Man City have surely won the Premier League, as we're just waiting for confirmation for the final whistle there. We'll stay live just to keep you updated on all the final scores. But it's full time here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham Hotspur 2, Everton 2. Well, we're just going to try and move over to the Manchester City game for you, because our game has finished, just to see maybe City win the trophy. The full-time whistle has gone there. Manchester City are champions of the Premier League again. The first team to win back-to-back titles since Manchester United. Well, Spurs drawing for only the second time this season. That's a record in the Premier League. Their only other draw was against Arsenal earlier on. Unfortunately for you, Sharon, you're incorrect in the chat. It's their second draw of the season. So before you all go and before the stream ends, we're here just to ask you one more time in the chat, who do you think is going to win the Champions League, Spurs or Liverpool? Liverpool failed to win the league, City have won it, so they will need to win a trophy. This season, which will, their only chance of that now is the Champions League. City have a chance to win another trophy next weekend as they play Watford in the FA Cup final. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that. We will be streaming that as well as loads of streams next season. We're just going to run you through all the final scores as we see Manchester City celebrating the league title. They've all finished as Brighton 1, Manchester City 4, Burnley 1, Arsenal 2, Crystal Palace 5, Bournemouth 3, Fulham 0, Newcastle 3, Leicester 0, Chelsea 0, Liverpool 2, Wolves 0, Man United 0, Cardiff 2, Southampton 1, Huddersfield 1, Spurs 2, Everton 2, that's our game that we've been commentating, and Watford 1, West Ham 4. So thank you very much for watching the stream. We are coming offline now. Full time in our game, Tottenham 2, Everton 2. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and we will see you next week for the FA Cup final.